I be off of that. Yeah, I be toking on pressure. That pressure. That pressure. That pressure.
Uncle Harold, them had the front. Auntie Helen, them over there. Auntie Joanne stayed. Moved out here.
So what is it left to prove? I still don't trip, I will never lose. I do me, you, I never do. You look invisible, bet I'm invisible. Fly individual. Individuality is the principle. Only a necessary pun intended. Who reaching the pinnacle, teaching the principle, teachers and principles. I say, what do we listen to? What do we listen? I say, what did this system do? What did the prison do? We thinking too fucking minimalistic. A life that we live and be incomprehensible. This shit is critical.
Let's do it, man. We back. Local Legends Podcast. It's been a minute, but season 2, we back, better than ever. We're gonna keep bringing you guys some of the best athletes to ever do it from that area. Right now, today, I got my guy, B.
What they do?
With me, Brandon. I'm gonna let him introduce himself more than I am. But this guy here is a guy that I knew before I went off to school, but when I came back from school, we started bonding a little more. He was, finishing up school, playing, we was hooping together all the time. And just an overall great dude, man, great father. And obviously he's a local legend. But before we let you introduce yourself, B, and tell them a little bit about yourself, man, we're gonna do the drink review, of course. Today I got bourbon whiskey, got some Elmer, some Stag. We ain't gonna put that heat on B right now. But I'll let him pick, man. This all from the Buffalo Trace family. You wanna try the Wellers, the EHT, or the Eagle Rare? All around that same caramel, hot little.
I'll try the Wellers for sure, yeah.
I'm gonna do a shot first and then we'll pour one. And we'll sip on that for the podcast. Let's do it.
You want to bust it down like Offset?
Oh, man. Don't do that.
Man, that was smooth.
Pretty good, bro. I'll let you pour your own.
Definitely.
Well, man, one of my all-time favorite. What's crazy is it's allocated. All these are allocated, so you can't just walk in the store and
for real?
get them. Yeah, certain store only gonna get a certain amount. But Weller's, this whole brand, you can't get Weller's in no store in Florida but ABC. Now restaurants can have them because if you got the restaurant attached to it, you can sell it. But no liquor store can sell it but ABC. That's the license that the state of Florida have with ABC has with that brand. So good bottle, and it's crazy because people gonna charge you $99 for it to resell it, but it's a $21 bottle at ABC if you can get it on a Tuesday morning. Don't tell nobody I told y'all that. But I'm gonna let B introduce himself, man. Tell y'all his name, things like that. Go ahead, B.
Brandon Moore, OJ Bam. OJ came from, if you didn't see it, you know who did it, you feel me? But also, on my good side, only Jesus can save you from this ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Professional boxer, 16-1, just fought 2 fights over in Colombia. Versus 11-4, got the 3rd round knockout. Did my thing out there. Also a father. Also, a big Polk County representative, you know what I'm saying? So, that's a little bit about me on my right now endeavors type thing.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's go straight into it. Let's talk about your upbringing, your parents, your siblings, where your hometown, where you from.
So, officially born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, you feel me? So, born down there. And then, I got 6 brothers, 2 sisters, and I come from a big athlete background, so my brothers, they all play professional soccer, all of them, and then one of them plays football for Clark Atlantic, old lineman. And so my brother, Shaq, the one under me, he plays for the United States national team.
That's what's up.
And then my other brother's over in Spain, and all of them are just high level soccer players type thing.
That's what's up.
But me, I played basketball growing up, and you know, that's kind of what I did, that vibe of thing, yeah.
So in the youth sports, you only play basketball, no soccer, nothing else?
I did play soccer in the beginning, but I always been like that outlier. Like I ain't been on doing the same thing that everybody else doing. So, you know, my pops wanted me to play soccer. I was a pretty good goalkeeper. I was like a high level goalkeeper, but just because I'm hard headed, you know, I just always decided never to do what they wanted me to do. I always do what I wanted to do.
Now your siblings, they been people like you. I know we sit down so y'all can't see, but he a giant, to be real with you.
Nah, so I'm the biggest of all my brothers, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm 6'6". All my brothers probably like 6'1", 6'2", and that age. So I'm the biggest one type thing, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what age did you move from Lauderdale to Polk?
6th grade.
Oh, okay.
6th grade.
That's cool.
Yeah, humongous difference, man. Humongous difference, man.
From that city to Polk, did y'all move to Lakeland or what city in Polk?
Moved to Lakeland on the north side of Lakeland, yeah.
University.
Yeah.
Country.
yes. Like imagine the hood of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and then you come into Polk County. Man, but it taught me a lot though. It taught me a lot. Yeah.
Now, when you came up here, did you play basketball for any teams up here when you first came?
Lakeland Fire,
okay.
The Mustangs, you know what I'm saying? Like those local teams. I played at Kelly Rec and Simpson Park type thing, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Coming up, I know you mentioned your father, you know, talked to you about soccer and wanted you to play soccer, but you did your own thing. Who would you say was your role model as an adolescent, as a youth?
So moving from Fort Lauderdale to here, you know, me and my pops kind of disconnected, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, really Polk County really raised me at the time when I started thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, Coach Warren, he was one of my big coaches. He always told me, you know, man, to play basketball. And I was a tall kid, so everybody wanted me to at least go hoop. So, I was around that dynamic of kids, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was telling me you gotta hoop and you gotta be this way, this how you gotta act, this how you gotta be, this what Polk County is. That's what I learned what the culture is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta show me every single time. So
it's definitely different.
Definitely
I got a lot of respect for Lauderdale. Outside of just athletics, I know, you know, guys I played with from Lauderdale, and I got people down there, man. It definitely had their own culture too, but for sure, it's like different.
It's big enough and small enough,
yeah,
for you to know everybody, for you to be in competition with everybody, but still be cool type thing.
Got you. And coming up playing youth ball, would you say you was a stud, average, or below average hooper?
I would say they were the real good guys, and those are the guys I would compare myself to.
Gotcha.
But I was never as good as them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they was really, like, it was the difference, you know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to be as good as them, but I just never got that fair handshake, you know what I'm saying? So I was right under that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what was your dream job around that age, middle school, going into high school?
Dream job, man, I thought I was gonna be in the NBA for real, you know. That's what everybody told me to be. So I mean, you really only know what you know, you know what I'm saying? So people just told me I was gonna be in the NBA. I was like, that sounds cool. I mean, of course you want to make it in life, so that was my ticket for me for sure.
Gotcha. And then coming out of middle school from, you know, fire these teams like that, the local teams,
yeah,
decided to go to high school, and what made you pick that high school?
So I didn't really have a choice on high school. I just thought that, you know, the best players get found wherever they at. So I went to Lake Gibson High School my first 2 years.
Gotcha.
And, you know, I got into a little bit of trouble there. You know, mama pulled me out and sent me to Tenor Rock High School. And mind you, I was never really the man at Lake Gibson. I never really was the man at Tenor Rock. I was just a glue guy, like a Draymond Green type guy. And that was my role during those times.
So I know where you end up playing at, but how was the recruiting process, or was there a recruiting process before you went to college, like coming out of high school?
Man, so my recruiting process, I really wasn't a sought after player, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody really looked at me, I wasn't on anybody's radar. I was just, you know, a Polk County dude trying to, you know, figure out where I was gonna go. So I was living out in Providence Reserve, and I'm like, my guys were telling me, yo, there's a Southeastern practice. Like the coach wants you to come in. There's a new coach coming in or whatnot. RJ Barsh, shout out to Barsh. So I come into the next day. I come in, you know, the night before I was wilding, living life. You know what I'm saying? I come into practice, half kind of turned up or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I'm Brandon Moore. Expected him to know me because the old coach knew me. Yeah. You know, so Barsh comes to look at me like, he looks at me and kind of like walks away.
Yeah.
But I had one of the best tryouts of my life, yo. That tryout is really what changed my life. Like, for me to be sitting here today, like, that tryout right there is what did it for me. So, yeah.
So with that Southeastern tryout, were you already at Southeastern as a regular student or just basketball?
Bro, I was fresh out of Tenor Rock and just went there to go hoop. That was it. Like,
and you say your boys told you, or was it like some boys on the team at Southeastern?
No. So I want to say like one of the coaches knew about it. I knew there was runs, and I just assumed like when you don't know the recruiting process, you don't know how guys do their thing. So yeah.
Got you. But I mean, it ended up being a good fit for you. I know
100%.
You know, some guys who were there around the time. What would you say the biggest difference from high school, Lake Gibson, Tenor Rock to playing at Southeastern in college?
So like I told you, I was always not the best guy, but I was right under him. I would work as hard as the best guy.
Gotcha.
So what that made me do is when I got the Southeastern, I was trying to be the best guy, and I would just work as hard as him. You know what I'm saying? But the level of work hard when you get to college is different. Yo, these dudes they going hard. They understand what they losing. You know what I'm saying? So I just started working a little bit harder, and that was the big difference between high school and college. Yeah.
At Southeastern, who would you say was the best player on the team?
Oh, still to this day, shout out to Dwayne T.O. Johnson, man.
Gotcha.
Hard worker, man. I knew him before, and he worked hard, and then to see him, sit out his red shirt his senior year to play his next year, and which allowed me to get freshman of the year. And then we came back that next year and went to the Final Four. T.O.
So basically, when you first came in, T.O. sat out.
He sat out, and it allowed me to kind of imagine that was my opportunity to be the man.
Yeah.
And I took that opportunity and I ran with it, got freshman of the year.
Yeah.
And then, but you know what I'm saying. Then the next year we went to the Final Four, and I saw what a real leader looked like. You know what I'm saying? How much it take to work.
It's crazy because if I'm not mistaken, T.O. from down south Florida too. And
correct.
Went to Lake Gibson.
Correct. But we didn't know each other down there though. But but his dynamic, I kind of stuck to him because he's going hard. I'm like, man, I got to go that hard. You know what I'm saying? He only go. That's it.
That's crazy. So I know you end up being a lot better. You one of them guys they would say was a late bloomer as far as basketball. Like if you talk to people who play high school with you or middle school, you're like, nah, Brandon wasn't like that then. But once we started hooping later on, you got to college, and after that, what would you say made that besides, looking up to T.O. or guys like that and the hard work? Any other drastic changes, any trainers or anything that influenced that?
Trainers? Nah, man, I just always wanted to be that dude. I just always wanted to do that. Like, see what it's like to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? So everybody wishes that, and like until you get it, it's like it's different. So that was my drive. I'm from Polk. Like I'm from Fort Lauderdale, but I'm from Polk. And if you from Polk, you gonna try to be that dude.
And I know you ended up playing at Southeastern. Did you play all 4 years there?
Played my first 3 years there. Got in a little trouble. And then because, doing the Polk County craziness, you know what I'm saying?
Southeastern.
Yes, Southeastern different, man. But it's in Polk County, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I transferred to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and played my senior year there and graduated from out there.
Gotcha. Did you get any records or anything? I know y'all went to the Final Four T.O. last year. I actually see that buzzer go around like every
crazy, yo.
Anything after that? Did y'all make any runs or any records, anything personal?
Personal, no. I mean, other than freshman of the year and doing all that, like Southeastern, like that was my, Southeastern really like shaped me to be able to go out into the world. Like they cut off a little bit of that, and they like molded me to be able just to get into the world and be a normal. And
How was the experience with Milwaukee? Like I didn't even know you went there. That's crazy. I thought you finished here, but that's something new that I'm learning. Everybody else. How was that experience?
Milwaukee was the best experience, yo. Like meeting a whole different group of people, and I tell people this all the time. If you're from Polk County, and you put a Polk County dude anywhere in the world, they're going to shine a light wherever that is.
Yeah, definitely.
Like so, when I went there, I was really the only Polk County dude there. At that time, Kodak was coming out. They had never heard of him.
Yeah.
So I'm in my dorm hall blasting Kodak, living life, and I was just a light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it felt. like how I said earlier, you know, being that dude, like I was able to put that Polk County on them, and they was like, okay, he that dude, and I got to live that life a little bit up there in Milwaukee, so it was a vibe, man. It definitely was a vibe.
Seeing that you did transfer, you know, I like the transfer portal now. You can transfer right away and play. Well, we used to be able to if you went down or lateral, but now it don't matter. How you feel about NIL and the transfer portal?
Damn, man, I wish they had that when I was around, yo.
Yeah.
I want $1 million, man, to go hoop and play some football and basketball somewhere, man. But I think it's good. I think it's good for the sport and good for the guys because at least they're going to get paid before, you know, quote unquote, getting injured. You know what I'm saying? At least they're gonna get a little bit of something for the investment of time that they don't put in. But, you know, I wish, but it does take away from the authenticity of the game. You get what I'm saying? Like now you coaching a guy that's making $45,000 a month. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So,
what about the portal? Because like I'm cool with NIL, and I think me and Bun, we've been up and down about it the last couple of years. Cause like I feel like the guys I talk to every day, me, him, Bird, I feel like our feelings about it are like up and down. Like one day we say we cool with it, then something happens, we like, nah, bro. See, this is why we don't like it.
Exactly.
So how you feel about the portal? Because like me, I'm for the portal for certain people. Like if a kid isn't getting a fair shot at this school, but I can go to this school and play.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm totally against it.
Yeah, the portal.
Totally against it because you'll never find another Tom Brady again.
Yeah.
You'll never find somebody that had to go through the mud and make it to the top so that when they get to the next level, they can go through the mud again and get to the top. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, it's not easy.
Yeah, it ain't.
To be a 1%er ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? That take a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? And the way you find out, if you can't be a 10%er trying to be a 1%er, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get funneled up.
I hate the part where the kids are like right now. You see these guys, bro. They're at the biggest schools, like schools that people dream to play at. Texas, Alabama's, Notre Dame's, bro. And you kill. Why are you transferring?
Can't be coached.
Like, what's the problem?
You feel me?
You're on the field. You're getting paid already. What's the point of leaving? Are you just chasing money? Like, you can't do that in the league because you're on the contract.
You feel me?
That's what they need to do with the NIL and the portal. Is if we're gonna say we're paying them, make it like a contract, bro. You can't leave. You 2 years with me, 3 years with me, just like I'm obligated to the scholarship for that.
Correct.
They say the scholarship's year by year, but that's kind of like that's why I say I'm up and down with it, bro. It's so much.
It is.
Let's talk about your transition, man. Like I said, when I came back home and we was hooping, a couple times a week, every Sunday for sure. For sure. I knew you as a hooper. That's that young cat good. I like this kid. You know what I'm saying? He can play, shoot the ball well, big body. What made you go from hooping to boxing?
I hate leaving it in anybody else's hands, yo. I hate when you go hoop. It's a team sport, and you as good as your weakest link. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, after I finished, playing college or whatnot, I come from a family of athletes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm the second oldest of all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? So my brother's playing soccer over in Spain. My other brother's playing soccer in Ireland, and I'm the second brother. And I was 320 pounds, so I was kind of like trying to hoop, stay in shape. That's really what you see me there doing, staying in shape, and I went to Winter Haven Boxing Gym and I started training, and the trainer was just like them, the preseason workouts. Yeah. That's what it was like. And I was like, dang. And I was working at this accounting firm. I was making pretty good cheese, you know what I'm saying? So, but I went to the boxing gym and I caught that vibe. I was like, maybe I can do this for real. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, I can always go back and be an accountant. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the gym one day. I trained. My coach is, he wild and crazy. Yeah. And I caught that vibe. I like that. I literally, the next week, quit my job. Wow. Just quit the job, making 6 figures, quit it. And then I just said, I'm going to just box because, I'm like, that's what, it's the same lifestyle I would have lived if I was hooping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I wanted to lose the weight and all those things happened. So.
And what year was that?
So we're in 2024. That was 2018. 2019, yeah. The end of 2018.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And with the boxing, who trained you? Who was your first trainer over there? Who was the first person there?
Oh yeah, only and still to the day, I'm Marco Fazzini. He trained Marco Fazzini and Charles Whitaker.
That's what's
like. So them two dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like think about this. When we hoop, right?
Yeah.
We could take jump shots and be in the gym for 3 or 4 hours, 5 hours, just take a shot, making moves, right? A boxer, they never stay in the gym for an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? Because the training is crazy. So I just translate. I'm like, man, well, hooping, I'd be in there for 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. I'm just live in the gym 3 or 4 hours, and that was kind of unheard of in the boxing world at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's really the rise. Like while people will put 2 hours in, I'm about to put 5 hours in. And after 5 years, you know, you gonna never catch up to me.
Yeah, that's like you said, a couple hours for hooping, that's nothing because once you get off, you gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? Then I even did my one-on-one work.
You feel me? Yes.
What was the biggest change going from hooping to boxing? Because it's a totally different sport.
Totally. The words that we would use in hooping. Yeah. When you hoop, oh yeah, this, all that. Yeah. Like you can't even like play with those words in boxing. Yeah. Like all the little things matter. So those words you're using, somebody coming back with you with energy now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that's really the biggest, like the trash talking hooping. Yeah. There is no trash talking in boxing like that because. You might, let's say you try to talk a dude on Monday, you got to see him again on Wednesday, and on Friday, and in the weeks transpiring past that. So I mean, it's one of those things like you can't. It's not no play sport, man.
Got you. In a long time, but a lot of my family from Warren Haven, Armandale. So when I was younger, that the Warren Haven gym, I don't know if it's the same one. That's where Berto and his family came through. Is that
correct? Correct. Yeah. So same people. Yeah. So the coach guy from Tony Morgan, he handed it off to Marco Fazzini, and Marco kept the gym running, and that was
Yeah, I never like got into boxing or nothing like that. You know, like I grew up fighting. And
bro, it's crazy.
And I ain't never think like, bro, I want to be a boxer or nothing like that. Like just. That's crazy.
Like it's crazy because my mama kept me in the house. Yeah. So I would go out and I see the boys with the boxing gloves fighting, and I would never really get to do it. You feel me? Yeah. And so when I got my chance to try it, you know what I'm saying. I got knocked out the first time, you know what I'm saying. But I loved it. Like this is one of them things.
But on your pro side, what's your record on your pro side?
16-1.
16-1, right?
16-1.
And I'm trying to think of. No, that was my birthday, so that was early in the year, February. You fought on the East Coast. For that fight, was that your first televised fight?
No, so I have 4 ESPN dates that I've had them this past year, and then before that I had the Zone date. So I've probably been on TV about 6 times now.
Knowing that you're on TV, because a lot of people, bro, they say the lights, but the lights just mean big game, big money.
You feel me? Yeah.
What changed like? For you, like to know, like, hey, I'm gonna be on TV. My whole county, everybody who support me, they about to see this. I gotta put on, like, how you feel in that moment?
It's fun, man. Like, as a Polk County dude, we don't take nothing serious until it's like we know it, like until really after the fact, really. So I'm in a bubble, you know what I'm saying? So like I really don't see a lot of people on a day-to-day basis. I be just grinding every day, so I really don't even know the impact I be having out here. So when I go out and I go to the football games, I do that. Then people say, "Oh man, I see you doing your thing." So that really be like my first time hearing it. So I'm always in the mindset of, man, I gotta keep going to get. I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep grinding because until with us, like until you number one, all that number 2 and 3 don't matter. You feel me? So but fighting on TV, man, like it feels good, you know what I'm saying? But for me to know the impact, I can't, because really, bro, I'm in the bubble at all times. Like how people, go to work and they in their cubicle, but that's really, I'm in my craft at all times, working on myself at all times.
That's what's up. And I would say for the boxing part, I know you say you put 4 or 5 hours. How often, I know you're a full-time dad, you know what I'm saying? How often do you go to the gym right now? Because you're still a professional boxer.
Oh yeah,
right now.
Every single day, 3 times a day. Like I have a whole system. I got strength and conditioning coaches. I got my yoga. I'm an instructor. I got my grappling instructor. Then I got my boxing coach, and I got lifting, eating properly, all of that. And then you got to mix all of that into being a dad at the same time. But the dad part kind of helped me, unwind from the level of energy I gotta go give out on a day-to-day basis.
Gotcha, yeah. I ask that question all the time with athletes because we live in a social media era. I like social media. I don't have nothing against it, but it can bring negative aspects to sports, if you ask me, because kids live for highlights.
Correct.
Kids only see what they see on social media.
Correct.
And they only see the glam. Social media, unless they picking at somebody, they only showing the glam.
Correct.
They never show the actual hard work. So I always tell athletes, like, bro, I know this guy playing in the league, NFL, this guy in MLB, this guy in NBA, Brandon, professional boxer. These guys wake up just like they're about to go to work, because this is a job. 6 a.m. and I'm coming home. And I actually, for my kids, I always call one of my guys who've been in the pros for a minute or still active and let them hit it at the beginning of the season. Like, bro, what time you go to work every day? 6 a.m. What time you get home? 10 o'clock. AM or PM? PM. And that's doing football stuff all day from the time you wake up till you go to sleep.
Correct.
That's all season, bro. It's not even during season. This is all season when nobody watching.
You have to do it, man. Like, you have to do it, man. Like, for me, like, when you knew me, right, it was like, it was a lot of kiki, kaka, I'm playing a lot, right? Yeah. My life is dead serious now, you know what I'm saying? Like, every day is a meaningful day. Like, the people I'm talking to on the phone, it means something. I'm talking to managers, I'm talking to promoters, I'm talking to, okay, these guys want to do my contract. Also, you got your strength and conditioning coach. You need to be focused on the fight. Yeah. At the same time, you got to be dealing with business. Like, it's definitely
now, how that work? Because I was gonna be on the next page, but you already spoke on it, so I was gonna ask you about that. Boxing a little different, if you ask me, than other sports, because it is fight to fight. It depends on how you're doing, or if they need a fight, or if you had a name. So it's more of a promotion compared to NFL. If you make the team, it's 17 games.
Correct.
How is that like with negotiating and waiting on fights? You know what I'm saying? To make it a professional job, because this is your livelihood.
Yeah. You mind if I break it down from the beginning?
Go ahead.
All right. So, why I chose boxing? You asked me that, right?
Yeah.
Boxing is the easiest sport to make it in.
Yeah.
This is why I say that. There's no, like, we play football and we play basketball. There's no sanctioning bodies in boxing. Yeah. So there's no little league. There's no middle school. There's no high school. There's no college. There's none of that. There's no NBA that you got to make. So as long as you stay consistent and one of these and you just continue to get fights, you know what I'm saying? You can just accidentally play go spar Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? But in basketball, you never play one-on-one with Michael Jordan. You never play. But imagine I was just in the gym one day and I was at a tournament that the number one fighter was at the tournament, and I just ended up fighting the number one fighter. Like, how many times do you get that chance, that experience to be fighting or to be playing basketball with LeBron? You don't never get that, you know what I'm saying? So started from there, and then you go into what'd you ask me this? Sorry.
No, I was saying, like, getting how is it trying to get fights for money?
Oh, okay.
It's your job. It's your livelihood. It's how you pay your bills.
It's a real business, bro. So you take wins and losses. So you only get paid when you fight. And you gotta maximize social media while being a real fighter. And you gotta hopefully your city supports you and your people support you while you're fighting, and like people see the division. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really a business. It's like a business enterprise. So you got to
top rank. Is top rank more of like the management for everything, or is like a top rank only for promoting fights?
Promoting fights on this. So I'm hired to their promotion, so they get me fights, but they don't get me the sponsors. They don't help me on my day to day. I just have to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So
they find you fights.
Correct. And they trying to get me. They're trying to get me to being the best fighter in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna take their whatever that sanctioning body they're gonna pay them. They take that and they split it.
That was one of my jobs in college. I think I said that on the episode with Black. We used to, I don't want to get my school in trouble, but we used to quote unquote work in the off season the top ranked fights in Tucson.
Oh, for real?
Arizona, every Friday.
For real?
All the ESPN Friday fights, bro, used to be in there.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Supposed to be security guards, but bro, they just our main boosters ran that stuff.
You feel me? Yeah.
So we was really just there, but yeah, bro, I used to watch every fight. Like, I like boxing to this day. Like, one of the things I watch, all sports, but boxing I love.
For sure. Mano y mano, man. It's the truest form of sport for real, man. Ain't no team.
Yeah, ain't no team. That's the crazy part.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
I love it.
And if you could do it all over, I know you love hooping, you grew up hooping, you went against your pops too.
Yeah.
You pick boxing over hooping?
100%, I would. But how I found boxing, I would have found it the same exact way.
Yeah.
Hooping helped me with boxing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, molded you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, these boxers are like, I'm in a bubble now, right? But they've been in a bubble their whole life. Yeah. So imagine you start talking trash to a boxer, they gonna take it personal, but we've been talking trash since yay high. Yeah, oh, if you gonna let me get under your skin, I'm gonna really kill you. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, and that's what I be doing to these guys. So, you know, they ain't got no flavor to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is.
Got you. So 16-1, your one loss. Actually, I was doing my birthday because my wife was actually gonna get me to come up there, but something happened with the fam, so we ended up not coming. That's your only loss. For yourself, being an athlete, I know you probably watched the film a million times, or you know, play it back in your head what you could have done different. What would you say you could have done different to be 17-0 right now?
Take it more serious.
Take the fight more serious.
Take it more serious.
Just the process of getting to the fight.
The opponent and the process, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was playing, like, in just general, because I was a better athlete than all these guys I fought. Yeah. I took it for granted, you know what I'm saying? I took for granted that, you know, like earlier in my career, I was, you know, doing certain things, and then later in my career, I was kind of like, I'm the best. What do I need to do those things for? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like really view this as like, even when you don't feel like doing it, you gotta still do it. You know what I'm saying?
MJ, Kobe, LeBron mentality.
Yeah, you gotta have that though. You know what I'm saying?
Now, year 22, I just seen somebody talking. Oh, Gilbert Arenas, because you know a lot of people try to say Gilbert Arenas don't like LeBron. Cause they made one statement and said LeBron doesn't have it bad. Not having it bad don't mean you're sorry. Shaquille O'Neal don't have it bad. Tim Duncan don't have it bad.
Correct.
He's a top 10 in
correct
most people. So he said that, and now people like went crazy saying, "Oh, he don't." LeBron didn't. No, bro. He always speak highly of LeBron.
He's keeping it real.
Yeah, bro. Kobe his favorite player, but he would legit say, "Bro, we started saying LeBron was better in the locker rooms throughout the league because when Kobe was supposed to be at his prime when they traded Shaq, LeBron at 22 years old." Came and stole your MVP. Yeah. Took his team to the finals. You didn't even do that when Shaq left at first. You had to go get Gasol.
True.
So I seen Arenas say that, but he said, bro, right now, year 22, when he talked to anybody he know who's close to LeBron or in that Laker, you know, organization, they say this man treating it like he grinding, like he trying to make a roster. At year 22.
LeBron is right now?
Yeah. When I just went to the state game, me and Lance were listening to all the different podcasts going down to Miami, bro, and Arenas say, bro, people saying this man still acting like he a rookie trying to make a team.
It's crazy because it's really that serious though. Yeah. It's really that serious, and boxing is that sport that it is that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like before this Richard Torres fight, I didn't think that, like, I didn't understand what it meant. Oh, they're really trying to hurt you. Yeah. But Richard Torres is one of the best fighters in the world. Yeah. Like, so in the United States, right, you might be a fighter, you might just come from the trenches, your life might not be as good as you want it to be. Yeah. But the fighters over across the water, like, they're trying to do it to you for real. Like, it's not like, it's not a bad life.
Man, I got in my truck right now outside. It's crazy. And I'm not racist, bro, so I think it's wrong, but we doing like a Secret Santa. Yeah. And I looked at all the gifts, and if you go, when you go to your truck, hey, bro, look at my front seat. The first thing you're gonna see is a boxing kit. The kid, that's what he picked for Christmas. I told my wife, I said, he probably Spanish. Not being stereotypical, but soccer and
that's what they want to do.
Loved it, bro. And I'm like, correct. That was the first thing on his list. I'm just thinking, like, bro, if they asked me what I wanted as a kid, I'm gonna say a game, bike, maybe, bro, straight.
You feel me?
Boxing gloves, the bag, all that. And here, a kid, he 8 years old. Yeah. So I haven't met him yet. You know, I don't think we are. My wife she did the secret one where you just drop it off. Yeah. So we drop it off tomorrow.
Oh, that's real. That's real. Yeah.
Man, he gotta be, because I know it's serious. And they coach.
Did you bought him the boxing hole, but like headgear, gloves, all the whole deal?
Yeah, he wanted all that.
Damn, you really spent something then. Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, he wanted that was on his list, bro. So I'm like, that's crazy. Like, he did put some little toys for 8-year-old, but that was first, like the number one. You know, they put him in order. Yes. And I was like, yeah, he gotta be. And I was in Tucson, obviously, bro. Yeah. For 4 years, so I grasped that culture like people,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? So like, I know how serious boxing is. Like, they got top rank at the time was so I know they don't play about boxing.
They don't.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I guess football dangerous. CTE, people, you know, can die out there. I guess I did take it, you know, because it was just something I could naturally do. But I don't think I ever not prepare for a fight. Well, I know they trying to knock me head.
But the thing is though, like prepare for it in the sense of like, you know, bro, thank God I can't hear. Yeah. You know, you got to drink in my system, this, that, and the third. But like, you got to stay in a mode. It's like a certain mode. Like you always in. Like you might be smiling and kiki, but like you always in that mode because you gotta, because you don't feel like really getting into it when you get to the gym. You just gotta already be in it and then be the who you used to be. You got to be that person like on the secondary type thing. So, but the thing is like I was trying to be, you know, as a boxer, bro, you can't be the nice guy. You cannot be like you think that's what it. No, you can't be the glitz and glamour. Like you may have saw Floyd do all that stuff, but I'm telling you, bro, like Floyd ain't. He's really he's a mean. He gonna let you know the real at all times. You gonna be like, dang, maybe So
when you posted the picture a couple years back with Wilder, did you actually spar with him or you just was there?
Oh no, I sparred with him. I sparred with him. Like that type of energy.
Yeah, the top of his game.
Correct. Man, real killer, man. Real deal killer. Like back in those days too, when he was on top, man, what? He was trying to do it to you. I mean, we sparred. I definitely think I got the better of him, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that was fun. We went in there and he was asking me about Fury because I had went in Fury camp too. I sparred with him as well. And it's just like you trying to get an edge. I mean, these are two warriors. These are two top dogs. Like, and they gotta go fight each other. So that means that really either one could really win. So they trying to help. What do I need to do versus him? What do I need to versus? And they just asked me what my opinion was. You know what I'm saying? I kind of knew Fury's gonna win though. He tough. He's smart. Like he that smart hooper. Like mine, I got all the tools.
Like Joker of boxing.
Yes.
Athletic. It don't look like sloppy, but
he's smart though. My pump fake 7 times, throw the hook shot off the glass, made it. So
I'm trying to make everything efficient.
Everything. So
I think people like because Wilder did start losing. I think people like forget the greatness, bro. Like his one hit was dangerous.
Wild, yo. I remember when me and my boy EJ was running Lake Hollingsworth, and I was telling this man, I said, bro, either I'm about to do something real like crazy, or I'm about to like I look just the same as Wilder and Anthony Joshua. That's when they was on top. Like I know all I gotta do is just go to the gym long enough, and I can do the same thing. And then, you know, 6 years later, 7 years later, you know, so I did went to the Olympics. That was cool. So
how that was at on page 6. You hear? So how was that experience?
Crazy, man. Like so. I went to the Olympic qualifiers. I got bronze in the Olympic qualifiers, and right after that though, the 2020 Olympics had gotten canceled. So I had an option, you know, to go pro or to stay amateur. So I went pro, but that whole going. Like the Olympic qualifiers was crazy, man. You up there, like some of those guys I'm still cool with. Like it's crazy. I just posted with Nigel Lopez, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we really went at it, and like now to see like he 12-0, I'm 16-1. You know, all of our lives are just like everything we said we was gonna do, we doing it now. And then you see some people that aren't doing it still. You know what I'm saying? So
And I hate that I guess I see why. Like the Olympics for boxing, you have to stay amateur.
Correct.
And I think basketball used to be like that. I think old boy from Duke,
Christian Leitner.
He did let American, they used to let them play. That's crazy. Well, right now, man, I know, like I said earlier, you still a professional boxer. You right here in the midst of things. You on the rise still. Actually, to me, you're a young fighter. Man.
Number 16 in the world. I mean, United States 88 in the world, man.
That's
so
what's up. What's your next big venture for boxing? Your next big fight? And where you see yourself, you know, at the end of your career with this?
Man, so these fighters think I'm sweet right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's an exciting spot to be in, you know what I'm saying? They think that they got a fighter with a loss, they gonna come in and this, that, and the third. So I mean, I got some big DAZN days coming up next year. This year coming 2025 is about to be a crazy year because somebody gonna want to take a risk, and it's gonna be a bad risk to take. So I'll make sure I let y'all know that it was on here first, you know what I'm saying? So
man, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, my wife was actually, we was gonna go for my birthday. So whenever that bit would come, you feel like, hey, bro, this the one.
I promise.
Because I want to go in March too to the bit fight. So I want to actually go to a fight as you know, an adult now. Like I did in college, bro. I was in the background on fate work. Yeah, but I want to actually go and enjoy myself. Have some trains, do it.
Get you a first ride. Get you a front row seat, man. This is gonna be a movie for sure.
Go, bro, early so I can catch the real tickets. I ain't getting my head bust on the resale, man. Me
Definitely.
Pull up, and she don't want to go. She hate watching fights. She don't even know how I watch YouTube fights.
I know my wife want to save mine, but I be having to do it. Get that, you know, you got that little dog in you. You gotta get it out sometimes. So
that's what's up, man. Well, we're gonna do what we always do when it's a Polk County, you know, local legend in here, man. We gotta ask you these questions. It's gonna be tough. You know, might have to hurt some feelings, but who is your favorite high school player? I'm gonna ask you basketball because you know we don't have, like you said, boxing ain't a lot. So who's your favorite high school Polk hooper of all time?
Yeah.
And who's your favorite boxer of all time?
Okay, so hooper of all time. Like on some like dead serious stuff, man. Like I remember watching him as a kid, Kevin Capers, man. Like Capers was a monster, man. Like he was always just a little bit better than everybody, man. He was athletic, dunking. You know, played at Lake Wells when they blew out teams. You know, I played against him a little bit. So Capers was definitely that dude for me.
Gotcha.
And boxer, I know this sounds crazy because I didn't grow up watching boxing.
Yeah.
So my favorite boxer is Apollo Creed, bro.
Apollo.
Dancing and moving, hit you with that jab. Even though
and all this on film.
Yeah, like literally, I watched, like that was my, you know, how people watch fighting. All they growing up, all I did was watch Rocky. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And Rocky and Apollo was the first dude. You know what I'm saying? He was killing Rocky, and then Rocky got lucky at the end. But you know how that go.
Yeah, got you. Well, man, this podcast, even though we're drinking, bro, you know, but we try to inspire the youth. You know, not just in Polk County, not just in Florida, throughout, you know, the country. That's the reason I bring guys to let, you know, kids, boys and girls, white, black, brown, don't matter where you're from, see that if you are coming from nothing, that it's somebody just like you who done made it. And we want to inspire them, bro. What would you say to a kid or a group of kids if you had to inspire them to be their very best self?
Honestly, man, if you really if you really want to do something and you pick something to do, don't just quit it because it got hard. Don't just quit like, oh, I finished college basketball and I just gotta go get a job. No, you don't gotta go get a job. Find all the other avenues. Keep hooping. Don't just go make other decisions and go be somebody else. If that's who you are, just go be that person, man. You know what I'm saying? And it might mean that you gotta be broke for a few years. It's okay to be broke for a few years. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole life to live. You know what I'm saying? So don't quit, man. And that's really like a testament to me and what I got. Like even the guys that we see, like bro, imagine like, you know, years later we've been still hooping and these guys are overseas and still playing. I'm like, man, like I could have did it. Like I'm one of them guys that stopped hooping because I thought that was what I was supposed to do after college. There was nothing else. Like no, there is no stop. Go find all the avenues.
Keep going. That's what's up, man. And then I give you an opportunity because you know blessed us on the podcast. Is it anything you want to announce, say, promote? Here's your chance.
You know, this year for me, 2025 is gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna prove a lot of doubters wrong. And to anybody that's just watching and needing motivation, bro, you can do anything you put your mind to, man. You just gotta do it for 365 days straight times 5. You gotta do it that many days straight, you know what I'm saying? And if you do it that many days straight, you'll be great. I'm a firm believer of that. I started boxing late, and I'm recognized as one of the best fighters in the world right now, you know what I'm saying? Like Florida talking about putting me in the Hall of Fame. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't quit. That's big.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's up, man. Like I said, man, season 2, Local Legends, gonna be crazy. Got my boy Big B, more in here. It's gonna be a great year for him as well, man. We're gonna keep y'all posted throughout. When he let me know about the fight, I'm gonna actually let y'all know as well. So let's support our very own. Everybody's not from Polk who come on here, but he's from Polk, so that means a lot to me. You know, Nell on the camera, like that's big for us to have guys from our area to do something what Brandon's doing, especially in a sport that we don't see a lot of. We only got a few fighters that ever made it from here, in my opinion, to what we would consider some of the top fighters in the world at the time fighting. It's not.
Bro, I'm the only one in Lakeland, bro. Just know that. I'm the only one in Polk. Like, I always want to be that dude. I'm the only one in Polk doing this, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Now, bro, for real.
And Lakeland, for real. Like, Winter Haven, they got Berto.
Yeah, Berto. Yeah, he been doing it. But, you know, he done. He done with it, and he put on for the county for sure.
For sure.
We needed you, and that's what's up, man. We appreciate you coming, bro.
Man.
It was a big pleasure to have you, bro.
Definitely.
Y'all go check out that Weller.
Yeah, get that Weller. This one, the green top.
That's what's up. I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Invisible, bet I'm invisible, fly individual. Individuality is the principle, only and necessary, pun intended. Who reaching the pinnacle, teaching the principle, teachers and principles. I say, what do we listen to? I say, what did this system do? What did the prison do? We thinking too fucking minimalistic, a life that we live in be incomprehensible. This shit is critical. Show me the spiritual, show me that you really free continental. Life is a dream, so fulfill your potential. But I digress. Roll up and try not to stress. I can't say the world, but no, I feel pressed. Not knowing what's next, feel like I cannot rest. But better believe that I'm blessed. Better believe that I'm fresh. Better believe